Hello and welcome to your last weekly video for English 1002, in which I'm just going to be sharing some information about the end of the semester. So let's go. So the first thing you'll be happy to note about the end of our course together is that there is no final exam in English 1002. We have not had any exams all semester, so I think it would be very uncool of me to suddenly spring one on you at the end. So you might consider your research paper to be sort of your final or your last big thing for this course, but there's no final exam. Something else that's important for students to know is that if your grade lands within 1 percentage point of the next highest letter grade, I will round up to that next highest letter grade on your transcript. So for example, a student who had a 79% or like a 79.2% in Blackboard, that student would see a B on their transcript in WebAdvisor. Now, speaking of WebAdvisor, your official grades for your classes will be available on December 15th in the afternoon. And it's very important that you do check those official grades because that is your transcript. And English 1002 is an important prerequisite for a lot of other classes. So it's important that you make sure to check your grades, make sure they agree with the grade that you earned in class so that you're able to go ahead and register for more of those upper level courses. Now, official grades will be available on December 15th. However, unofficial grades will probably be available earlier on Blackboard. So just keep an eye out for an announcement from me about when your final grade is ready. I did also want to remind the writers in this course about the Richard Pablo Memorial Awards in Writing. If you scroll back to November 3rd on our announcements, you'll see an announcement with a link that gives you more information about those awards. And I really wanted to make sure I mentioned it for this online course in particular because we have so many fabulous writers in this class. So if you've had any inkling at all that you might like to submit for this award, I would really strongly encourage you to do so. You know, you've already written the essays, so the only thing it entails is filling out your information sheet, like with your name and phone number, and then sending me the essay. So it's really, really easy. So if you have any questions about that process, do let me know. But again, I encourage you to apply. Do remember to register for your spring classes if you haven't already. We love seeing our students persist semester to semester. So we would be really thrilled to see you back on campus at IVCC in the spring. And then finally, I just want to encourage everyone in class to stay in touch with me for any help or questions that you might have in the future. So just because I'm no longer your technical English professor in your English 1002 class, that doesn't mean that I can't still act as a resource for you. So students very frequently will email me with questions about English, maybe wanting me to read over something, or just, with anything else that might come up. So please don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions for me, or if you need any help with anything. I hope that you found this course to be a valuable and engaging experience, and that it has prepared you for a really successful career in academic writing. So again, please stay in touch if you have any questions, and otherwise, thank you so much for your work this semester, and have a great holiday break. Bye-bye.